Welcome back to Blue and Beer, everybody. My name is Mark.
And I'm RJ, and we get back, we're going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs and their new management.
Yeah, okay, so Toronto made some moves. We've been away. This is old news for you, but I'm sure you guys want RJ's opinion on this because he is the Leaf expert in the room right now. And he's got lots to say. Let's talk about John Jake Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I don't know why. I walk around. I'm stopped in the street by people, or people that know me that I'm a big Leaf fan. Why do they? Why did they hire? No one says, well, that's a great. I've not heard one person say, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this was an exhaustive search. I mean, this Keith Pelly. I mean, he's going to be remembered. He's starting to paddle into Harold Ballard waters, if you ask me.
Yeah. Let's talk about his title for starters.
Well, first of all, Keith Pelly's invented a new hockey title, general manager in charge of hockey operations. As far as I know. Since they've started freezing water in that NHL or any hockey teams, if they have a general manager, and the operations of hockey is what he's overlooking. You don't need to talk about corporate speak. I mean,
normally you got a president of hockey operations and a general manager,
and now you have don't forget Matt Sundin is now senior executive. I even forget what
we wrote it.
I wrote it. A senior executive in charge of hockey operations.
Yeah, or advisor. Or something like that,
senior executive advisor in charge of hockey operations.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
What is that?
Unbelievable. Well, I know what it is. It's a title and a big fancy salary and an expense account. And he's going to be sitting in his. I tell you right now, this Shaker guy, he's going to be sitting in his office twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah, he'd have to get the salary for Sundin to move back to Toronto.
Sundin. Yeah, we'll get into it. So. The press conference was a disaster. I mean, first of all, let's just talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are a soap opera that just keeps on giving. It's just a soap opera.
Yep.
And if the Toronto Maple Leaf defense are the stars of it, then the name for it is going to be old and listless. But it's a soap opera. It really is. It just never ends. And so the press conference was a horror show.
Yep.
And Steve Simmons was the star. I've watched plenty of all kinds of sports press conferences, and that's the greatest question I've ever heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Shaka, Sundin, and Pelly looks under. Sundin had a wry smile, and Pelly looked like his toupee was going to go up into space. I don't know if he has a toupee, but it's funny to say. The quote was, I contacted 19 of 20 prominent hockey people, and only one thought that was maybe okay.
Yeah.
And the rest said it was I heard words like sham, con artist, a liar, and salesman. I had a 40-year career. I owned my own company, and mostly I did sales, so I don't know why he threw salesman under the bus. I think Steve in his excitement forgot to say snake oil. Pretty sure he was going to say snake oil. So I won't be offended. I just think he forgot those words.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what salesman has to do. A salesman's complimentary. But anyway, the word is that, or Keith Pelly, I think he said he said he interviewed. We looked at 27 people. So I got a breakdown.
And he's the best one?
Well, I got a breakdown on that. He interviewed 27 people, and 26 of them said
no.
No, 27 of them. No, 26 wanted the job, but then they said, "Look, I'm going to push as hard as I can to get Matthews to either commit or he's out of here immediately. Maybe I'm going to get rid of Nylander. Riley, I'm going to push out the door. And you know what, Keith? You're never coming down to that. You stay up in your ivory tower. You're not coming down. You're not sitting in the room in the trade deadline. I'm not taking your phone calls. You never, don't even look me in the eye." That's what the 26 probably said.
Yeah.
And Jacob came into the interview and he said, "I love Austin Matthews. We'll sign him again. We'll get him. We'll get him to ink an 8-year extension. Yeah. I love Willie. Morgan Riley's been a trooper.
I won't change a thing.
I'm not changing a thing. And Keith, I want you just be at my side at all times. You tell me if you don't think it's a good idea, just tell me. I won't do it."
Yeah.
And so he got the job.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened. I mean, it's just it's unbelievable why. Let's review the guy. I know everyone knows
The
about this.
history of this guy is horrible.
Well, he had a 4 or 5 year run in Phoenix. He didn't do anything. I'm going to do a breakdown on his career in another video. We don't want these things to go on for 30 minutes, so we'll do that later. But I mean, he did draft a few good players. 2 of them are still playing with Phoenix, and we'll break that down later. But trades were all questionable. Some of the signings were pathetic. And
Suspension.
and then he ran his own combine, which is strictly forbidden against the rules.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going, well, if you're not, if you're, as Yogi Berra used to say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. So I kind of go, well, if you're going to be a rule breaker, but that might be a good thing. But he got caught.
Yeah.
And so he cost his team a first and a second round draft choice. That was back in 21 and 22. Those guys would be like 22, 23 years old today, and probably, Utah would still be playing maybe if they had those 2 wingers against or 2 players against Vegas. Anyway, then he actually got suspended for going to New Jersey behind Utah's back and trying to get a job. Trying to negotiate for a job for himself, like a rat leaving a sinking ship.
Yeah.
So he's got no loyalty. He's stupid because you don't try to run your own combine. You really think the agents are? How can you get away with running your own combine? It's impossible. No one's going to keep quiet about that.
No.
So he's stupid. He's not loyal. I heard a lot of problems with. He had a big fight with Shane Doan when he was there. He pushed him out the door. Shane Doan, who was the franchise's greatest player. And now Shane Doan's in Toronto, so I guess Shane Doan won't be working there anymore. I don't know. No one's mentioned that. That was the other thing. I haven't heard a word about that. But he had a big feud with Shane Doan.
Yeah.
So why would you hire? Anyway, let's go back to Keith Pelly. Why would you hire this guy? Because no general manager makes 100% of his moves get right. Every general manager, from Sammy Pollock to Lou Lamoriello to Glenn Saylor, they make mistakes. So what if this guy, his first 3 moves, what if one or 2 of them are not good? People are going to jump all right away. The Toronto media and the Toronto fans are already up in arms. It's just a risk. It's an unforced error by Keith Pelly. I mean, maybe this guy's going to work out. I don't think so. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think so. I think this is going to be a disaster.
I think out of everybody out there, he was not the right pick.
Well, it's just a dangerous pick. And when you got and there's so many people out there that would want that job. So it is one. I mean, it's a prestigious job in that the guy who actually ends up coming here and actually gets the Leafs across the finish line to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, they might change the whole. Never mind putting that statue in front of a school or naming a university out. They're going to name the whole freaking town. They're going to change the name of Toronto into that guy's name. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Matt Sundin would come over here with his young family. It must be a boatload of money.
Must be a big change. Yeah.
But that press conference was a disaster. Keith Pelly's now 2 for 2. His Tree Living firing press conference was a disaster, and now this one it was even worse. And there's no doubt he sat in the middle. Shaka should have been in the middle. He answered. I lost count 2 or 3 times. It was a question to John Shaka, and Pelly interrupted.
Yeah, he answered for him.
So
yeah.
Anyone who thinks that Pelly's not going to be calling the shots,
yeah, going to be the micromanager.
I think he's a frustrated fantasy pool guy, and he can't believe he's got the job and he wants to play with the Toronto team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good for Toronto because he served 12 years as the big poobah for the European golf tour, and God knows the Leafs they get to the golf clubs earlier than anybody. So maybe that's why they hired Keith Pelly. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know I'm making a really weak joke there.
Yeah.
But all I can say is, if anyone thinks, and Shaka comes from Phoenix, if they think this is going to be a rise from the ashes. Well, I don't think so. I think this is going to be a 2-3 year disaster.
I think so.
Because, and in fairness, just to finish up, to get to the 10-minute mark here, I mean, I don't know any. You could put Sammy Pollock times 2, Sammy Pollock and Lou Lamoriello in there. Dig Sammy Pollock up. You can't. This is a really tough situation. We're going to talk about the first pick. We won that and all that in the next video. But anyway. I think it's a disaster. And Keith Pelly is the second coming of Harold Ballard.
Yep. Time will tell. We're going to find out next year when everything happens, if he makes any moves over the off season. But anyway, let us know what you think in the comments down below about the hiring. Let us know what you think about Matt Sundin coming in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. We're going to talk about the first pick and the bet that I lost.